Hi friends, this is Dr. Preman Swami, Professor, Department of EC. Today we are going to discuss about the demodulation techniques of frequency modulated wave. So, our detections of the FM wave, there are three methods are there. One is the balanced frequency discriminator. So overall, there is a frequency discrimination method. One is the simple slope, balanced slope, and zero crossing discriminators. So these are the three methods for demodulation of the frequency modulated wave. So what you have discussed in the last class, so there is a generation techniques. There are two methods. One is called a direct method, another one is called indirect method. So after modulation, after transmission of the FM waves, then that can be received by the receiver. They are coming to the demodulation techniques. Here we are going to have the three methods. One is the simple slope, balanced slope, and zero crossing detectors. We'll see it one by one. So these are the different types of the demodulation techniques. So demodulation classify frequency discrimination. So non-coherent detectors. First we are going to receive the FM value, FM modulated wave, and then it is converted to AM signal, and then ED, and then we are going to have the MRT signal. So here also, in case of the phase shift discrimination, FM, PM, and MRT signal. So last one is the phasor lag loop. We'll see the next class, that is phasor lag loop, coherent demodulator, super performance complex, and expensive. So then coming to the FM demodulation technique, that is the frequency discrimination method. So fundamentally, you can see the diagram. There are three basic elements. One is called band pass filter. Another one is called differentiator. And third one is envelope detectors. So with the support of the band pass filter, we can receive the modulated wave, that is the VM of t, the standard signal received by the receiver, A of t cos omega c to theta of t. So once you have the band pass filter which can allows the band of frequency, that is wanted signal will be allowed and reject the unwanted signal. So once you have the passing through the band pass filter, we are going to have the signal V1 of t, which is our frequency modulated wave. So that is the VL cos omega ct plus theta of t. So from this, so we are going to have the differentiation. So the operation of the differentiator, which can discriminate the or unwanted frequency and then convert into the AM signal. So initially received signal is a frequency modulated wave up to V1 of t, and then there is a operation of the differentiation. We will get the into AM signal, amplitude modulated wave. So frequency discrimination will be eliminated, and then get the frequency modulated wave is converted into the amplitude modulated wave V2 of t. So once you have the modulated wave, that can be converted into original signal of M of t or Vm of t, V out of t with the envelope detector. So already you know that while discussing the AM modulated wave, so how we are going to detect the AM modulated wave, that is two cases are there. One is called the square law detector, another one is called switching modulators, envelope detector. So with the help of the envelope detector, we can detect the tops envelopes of the modulated wave. So that is the same we are going to use the here also envelope detector. So we are converting, even though it is a frequency modulated wave, we are converting the FM wave into the AM signal. Once you have the AM signal, that can be detected by the envelope detector, we will get the finally the modulated signal V out of t. So that is the main operation in case of the frequency discrimination method. So you know that this is the equation, theta of t equal to kf integral 0 to m t1 of t dt. So whereas V out of t is given by VL into omega c d theta by dt. So DC components can be blocked because we are using filters such that by an AC coupled only. So that is the DC component will be blocked here. So take the what is the basic definition of the discriminator. So how the discriminator operates generally has a gain of kft in frequency domain h of omega equal to j omega kft, in time domain v2 of t equal to this one. So the input signal v1 of t is given, output v2 of t after the differentiation. So you will get the v1 of t equal to vl cos omega c theta of t. So after integration and differentiation, we will get the Vt of t equal to minus Vl omega c d theta by dt sin omega ct plus theta of t. So this is our differentiation output V2 of t. Once you have the operation of the differentiation to the input signal V1 of t, we'll get the V2 of t. So simply you can see that the diagram. What is the basic operation in case of the frequency discrimination method? The input signal V1 of t is given to the band pass filter. So unwanted signals, unwanted frequency components can be eliminated and get the V2 of t. V1 of t is passed through the differentiator. So once you have the output of the differentiator is V2 of t and then analog detector. So this is the parallel operation. This is the FM wave. The output will be like this. So once you have the FM wave, it is high frequency component, low frequency variation and high frequency variation. So this FM wave is converted into the amplitude wave, amplitude modulated wave. FM is converted into the AM. So by the operation of this differentiation, so that automatically once you have the received signal, converted signal as amplitude modulated wave, by detecting these stops, envelopes of this one, so we'll get the operation of the envelope detector. Finally, we are going to get the modulating wave. So that is the basic principle hidden in the frequency discriminator. So FM signal is converted into the AM signal. Once you have the AM signal, that can be easily retrieve the original signal of M of t by the operation by the detector named as envelope detector. So in practice, the differentiator can be approximately by slope detector that has the linear frequency to amplitude transfer characteristics over the bandwidth. So that is so overall the best example for this frequency discriminator is slope detector, simple slope detector. So we'll see what is the simple slope detector, how it will be works. So the first diagram gives it is a frequency network. So frequency to amplitude converter. So we are going to have the input signal of Vn of t, Vm of t, and then we are passing through the frequency converter, frequency to amplitude converter. Once you have the frequency conversion, it is a tuned circuit, tank circuit, which can convert the frequency variation into the amplitude variation. That is the frequency to voltage converter. So once you have the voltage converter, then there is arrangement of envelope detector. So you know that what is the operation of envelope detector, which is discussed in the amplitude demodulation techniques. So there is a simple diode and the capacitor and load value R0. So during the charging time, we are going to have the diode will be comes under the forward condition, conduction takes place. So then during that time, the capacitor starts the charging towards the peak value. Once you have the reverse bias of the diode, at the same time, the charge available across the capacitor will discharge to the load value to get the output of V of t. So this is the procedure how we are going to get the simple slope detector. So there is a conversion of the FM signal to AM signal, and then once you have the AM signal with the support of the envelope detector, you can retrieve the regenerate the original signal of the modulating signal. So this diagram transfer characteristics of the diode, you can have the equations like this. So this is the slope of this one based on the sloping operation. We can have the outputs like this. Then another technique. So what is the drawback available in the simple slope detector is the linear portion available in the discriminator. So slope detector, simple slope detector is very low. So at the same time there is a loss of information. So by connecting these two simple slope detector in back to back, we'll get the balanced mode. So the case of the balanced mode, so we are connecting the two simple slope detector in a back to back, and then there are two arrangements. So one is the input signal of U1 of t. So the same signal is given to the Fc plus delta F, Fc minus delta F. So slope will be increases. So the linear portion increases. So same whatever we have discussed in the simple slope detector, it is a combination of the two. It is a simple slope, tank circuit and the envelope detector. So here also we are going to have there is a one tank circuit and an envelope detector, another tank circuit and envelope detector. So we are connecting the two simple slope detector in a balancing mode. Then it is called a balanced slope detector. So with the arrangement of these two balanced mode detectors, we can increase the linearity. So what is the linear portion? The usage portion will be increases. So because of the we are arranging the two simple slope detectors. So you can see the utilization of the slope. So this is the first one slope detector. This is getting for the second slope. So automatically we can increase this is the portion for the first one top simple slope detector. So this is the addition of the another linear portion for the second slope detector. So automatically, so there is an increment of the linear portion. So there is an increment of the linear portion. So that so we can increase the linear portion compared to the simple slope detector. So if there is a linear portion very low, very limited, so there is a chance of losing the information. So whereas coming to the balanced slope detector, we are connecting the two simple slope detector in a back to back. So automatically there is increase of the linear portion. So that so you can increase that is the main advantage of this balanced slope detector. You can see the diagram overall. So this is the useful portion. You'll get the complete linear portion. So from this linear portion you can easily retrieve the original signal without any loss. So that is the main advantage, major advantage of this balanced slope detector. You can increase the linear region. So that is from the Fc plus minus delta f to the Fc plus delta f. So this diagram, color diagram gives this is a complete linear portion which can increase the retrieving of the original signal without any loss. So that is the main difference between the simple slope detector and balanced slope detector. Then coming to the third method, the detection of the FM wave with a zero crossing detector. The name itself indicates there is a crossing of the zero axis line. You can see the diagram. The first input signal is given to the limiter, so which can limit the or wanted signal. Unwanted signal can be eliminated, and allows the wanted signal given of t, and then given to the monostable multiplier Q pulse width. So once you have the here also, we are going to arrange the arrangement of the low pass filter too. So there is a differentiator, so which can convert the or frequency modulated wave into the amplitude modulated wave. Once you have the amplitude modulated wave, then you can easily retrieve the original signal of M optic. So that is overall. In case of the zero crossing detector, you can see the equations. You can see the diagram. The first one is the input signal V1 of t. The second signal is a pulse V2 of t. So after the differentiation, we are going to have the monostable signal which can stable the monostable operation will take place, and then width of the operation V3 of t will get the DC level of key bar. So overall, the monostable operation will convert this frequency modulated wave into the AM signal. That is the operations waveforms are diagrams seen here. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.